Welcome to the world of Rebirth, carved in blood. In this video, we will explore how to play and transmute cards, determine supremacy, and resolve attacks. In our previous videos, we learned how resource cards are acquired through various means during the game. When a player obtains a resource card from their resource deck, they do not add it to their hand but instead place it directly into their player zone. Resource cards always enter the game unlocked. Slayer cards and Abomination cards are drawn from the main deck and form each player's hand. To play these cards, players must pay their costs. To pay the cost of a card, the player must lock a specific combination of unlocked resource cards in their player zone, as indicated by the card's cost. As we saw in the first video of this series, Slayer cards are conceptually divided into two parts, where the right side represents their post-transmutation version. During their turn, players have the opportunity to transmute their Slayer cards by paying the transmutation cost. When this happens, the player places a transmutation token on the card. As long as the token remains on the card, it is considered transmuted. It is important to note that a Slayer card that is already transmuted cannot be transmuted again. Lastly, Slayer cards enter the battlefield locked, while Abomination cards enter unlocked. Supremacy is a crucial concept in Rebirth, carved in blood. By gaining supremacy in different areas of the battlefield, players can acquire resources, deal damage, and ultimately win the game. To determine which formation has supremacy in an area, we first need to calculate the formation power of each of the three formations in that area. This value is calculated by adding up the power values of all unlocked cards in that formation, taking into account any bonuses or penalties provided by the abilities of the cards in play. We will explore card abilities further in the next video. The formation with the highest formation power value is the one currently holding supremacy in the area. In case of a tie between two or more formations, no formation has supremacy in that area. In the previous video, we learned that during the supremacy phase of their turn, players have the opportunity to resolve attacks in areas where their allies hold supremacy. In this case, the player can choose which formation to attack. If they choose to attack the enemy formation, the opponent must distribute a number of wound tokens among their allies in the area equal to the difference in formation power between the two formations. Alternatively, if the player chooses to attack the neutral formation, they first decide whether to split their allies into separate groups or keep them in one group. Then, for each group, they choose and destroy a neutral character in the area with a power value lower than the sum of the power values of the allies in that group. As with determining supremacy, the power values take into account bonuses and penalties provided by the abilities of the cards in play. That concludes the overview of playing and transmuting cards, determining supremacy, and resolving attacks. In the next video, we will delve deeper into card analysis, exploring their characteristics and abilities.